Hi, welcome to Learning Monkey. I am Vikram. In this class, we'll try to understand insertion sort working mechanism. The working mechanism of selection sort and bubble sort has already been explained. If you haven't watched those videos, please watch those videos and come back here. And every video in our channel is going to be a part of entire course or a playlist. Our suggestion is to follow the entire course so that you can have better understanding of the concepts. And the link for the playlist is provided in the description below. Now coming to this class, we will try to understand insertion sort working mechanism. So the concept of insertion sort is based upon the real world example. So the real world example is how we arrange the cards from the deck of cards. So for example, if you have a deck of cards and you take the card one by one, and if you place these cards in your hand, and if you want to keep them in sorted order, the card that has been taken from the deck will be inserted into its position. So how the card that has been taken from the deck of cards will get inserted into its position is the logic behind the working mechanism of the insertion sort. So let's try to understand this by using this real world example. So we will take this deck of cards and we will take card by card, card after card, and we will try to arrange them in sorted order. So how that works, based upon that the algorithm has been designed. So let's take the first card. Initially we don't have anything on our hand, in our hand, so I've taken the first card from the deck and I am keeping it in my hand. Now as we don't have any cards in our hand, so there is no need to keep it, there is no need to compare it, and there is no need to sort it. So we are just keeping it in our hand. Okay, so this point, the point that I have explained now, this point is also helpful while understanding the algorithm. So try to understand this concept so that you can easily understand the concept of algorithm. So how that algorithm has been designed, that becomes very easy for you to understand. So I have taken the next card. Now the card is 3. Now what I am going to do is I am going to compare it from the right to left. So from the right to left I am going to compare, and from right to left I am going to compare. So I compare this 6. So if this element in the hand is greater than the key element, so this is our key element, this is the element that needs to be sorted, right? So this is our key element. Now this key element is compared with all the elements in the hand. If the element in the hand is greater than, try to get this point, if the element in the hand is greater than the key element, then it will get shifted. It will give some place for this card to get inserted. Try to get that point. It will get shifted means it will just move. It means that it will give some space for this card to get inserted, because now this becomes the sorted order. Okay, so as we are having only one card, now we are going to compare this 6 with 3. So is 6 greater than key element 3? Yes, it is greater. So it will move aside, and as we don't have any cards to get compared, so this one will get placed in this position. So this is the right position. All the elements in this hand is going to be in the sorted order, and the elements that we are taking, the cards that we are taking from the deck of cards are not in the sorted order. Okay, so now I am going to take the third card. So the card is, this one is 9. Now I am going to compare this with this. So is this element the element on the top of the sequence of cards, so is it greater than, is 6 greater than 9? This is the key element. Right now the element in the hand is the key element, so this is the key element. So is 6 greater than 9? No, it is not. If that is the case, just place it in at that point, so on the top of all the cards. It means this is going to be the biggest element that we have obtained so far, so it is going to be placed in its position. So what is the logic behind the insertion sort? Take the card and place it in its position, insert it in its position. That is the logic behind insertion sort. And I am going to take the next card, which is 10. again we are going to compare this. So is 9 greater than the elements in the hand? The element in the hand should be greater than the key element. Is it greater than 9, greater than 10? No, it is not. So just place it. Okay, just place it. I am going to take the next card. Now this is the key, this is the key card. Now this is our key card. Now I am going to compare this 10 with 2. So element in the hand, is it greater than 2? 10 greater than 2, is it true? Yes, it is true. Now what happens? It will make some space. It will make some space here. Now the space is more. Now what we are going to do? 9 is getting compared with 2. Now 9 is getting compared with 2. Is it greater? Yes, it is greater. So what we have to do? We have to just move that and we have to make some space between these two. Now again, so is it 6 greater than 2? Is it true? Yes, it is true. So what we are going to do? We are going to shift it a bit and we are making some space between 3 and 6, because if there is a possibility this will get inserted in between. So that's why that is why I am shifting the cards. Now is 3 greater than 2? Yes, it is true. Yes, it is true. So what we are going to do? We are going to shift it. So are there any elements? No, there are no elements. So just keep it. Okay, just keep it. So are the elements in the sorted order? Yes, they are in the sorted order. We'll take one more card and we'll see how the things will get will end. Okay, so the fifth, the number is 5. Now again, so compare 10 greater than 5. Yes, it is true. So make a space. 9 greater than 5, true, make a space. 6 greater than 5, is it true? No, it is not, sorry, it is true. 6 is greater than 5. So move aside and make space between these two. Now 3 greater than 5, is it true? No, it is not true. So what we are going to do? We are going to place this in its position. We are going to insert it in its position. Try to get that point. We are going to insert it in its position. Okay, this is how the insertion sort will work. Now what we will do is, this is a real world example. Now what we will do is, we will take an array and we will try to arrange those elements in the sorted order by using insertion sort. So let's try to understand the same sequence of numbers we have taken, and using that we will try to understand. Okay, so now first what we will do is, so there is no need to compare 6 initially, as we don't have the elements. So means we are having this array, we will start from here. Starting from here is of no use, because one more comparison is, extra comparison needs to be done. 6 has to compare with itself, or if as we don't have elements, so this comparison is an extra comparison. So what we will do is, we will start with the first a of 1. We will start with a of 1. Now this is the key element. This is our key element. So in this iteration, this is our key element. I am going to take 3. These are deck of elements and I am going to compare it with, so in the hand, these two are the elements that are in the hand and these are the deck of elements that are remaining. Try to get that point. So visualize the things. So initially these are the deck of elements, deck of cards. So I have started, first I have taken 6 and I have kept it in my hand. So as there are no elements, I have just put it in its position. Now the element that we have taken is, second element is 3. We have taken 3 and we are going to compare it with 6. So is 6 greater than key element? The element that is already existing in the array, we have to compare it. If it is greater than, the element in the array is greater than the key element, then we have to shift that to its position. So we have taken out, visualize the things, we have taken out the key element. Okay, later we will substitute in its position. So as of now, what we have to do is, so is 6 greater than 3? Is it true? Yes, it is true. So now what we have to do? We have to shift this 6. We have to shift this 6 to this position. What we will do is, we will erase this because it is taken, because so what we will do is, key element is 3. We have taken out. Okay. So now, so is it true? Yes, it is true. So the 6 will be here. 6 will be placed in its position. Now are there any elements beyond 6? No, there are no elements. So now what we will do? We will place this key element in this position. We will place this element in this position. Okay, here it is 3. Now the next element that needs to be compared, 9 will be taken out. Now the key element is 9. Okay, so at this point of time the key element is 9. Now 9 will be compared with 6. Is this 6 greater than 9? No, it is not. So keep it in its position. So it should be there in its position. Okay, next 10. So what we will do is we will make it blue. Means all the blue elements are in the sorted order and all the red elements are the deck of cards. And next 10. So is it true? So is 9 greater than 10? No. So this one will be placed in its position, because this is the largest element that we have received so far. Because these elements in the sorted order, by comparing it with the first element, by comparing this element with the first element, if it happens to be false, means this is going to be the largest element. Okay, so now what is our next element? Next element is 2. This we have taken, this is the key element. Means we are taking out of this array. Visualize that in that way. It will remain in real time, it will remain in its position. So let's visualize that we have taken the 2 out of that array. Now what we will do is, we are going to compare 10 with 2. Is it true? Yes, 10 is greater than 2. 10 is greater than 2. So we have to shift it into its, we have to shift it here. Now what we will do is, this we have taken already, so the 10 will be shifted here. Now again 2 compared with 9, is it greater? Yes, it is greater. So this has to be shifted. This has to be shifted. So I am going to shift it. Okay, now 6 greater than 2, is it true? Yes, it is true. So this 6 has to be shifted. This 6 has to be shifted. Again, this 6 has to be shifted. Now 3 is compared with 2, is it greater? Yes, it is greater. So 3 has to be shifted. The 3 has to be shifted. Try to understand the logic. This is how the insertion sort works. The 3 has to be shifted. Are there any elements to compare? So beyond this, are there any elements to compare? No. If there are no elements to compare, what we have to do? We have to place this in its position where there are no elements to compare. And the other condition is, if there are elements and if it is less than, if the key element is, if the element in the array is less than the key element, then we can place it there itself. So there are 2 conditions. As there are no elements, so this one will be placed in this position. Okay, so the next element to be compared, this is the key element. So now what is the key element? The key element is 5, means this one will get removed from the array. So this is for our visualization. In real time, we will overwrite the values. Okay, so now 10 compared with 5, is it true? Yes, it is true. So it is true means just shift them. So 10 will be shifted and 10 will be moved here. Similarly 9 also greater than. So by this time you will be aware with the concept, I think so. Okay, so now 9 will be placed in its position. Now 5 compared with 6, is it greater? Yes, 6 is greater than 5. So the 6 will get shifted into the other position. So this one will be 6 will be moved. So this one will move here. Now 3 compared with 5, is 3 greater than 5? No. There are elements, but it has failed in a certain condition where 3 is not. The element in the hand is not greater than the key element. It means that it lies between these two elements. So the position for 5 is, this is the position where this 5 has to be inserted. The 2 conditions are, if there are no elements, okay. If the element in the hand is less than the element, less than the key element, then it has to be placed in that position. It has to be inserted in that position. So now 5 will get inserted here. Okay. So now are the elements in the sorted order? Yes, they are in the sorted order. Okay. So this is how the insertion sort will work. This is how the insertion sort will work. In the next class, we'll try to understand the algorithm. So how the algorithm has been designed. The algorithm has been designed in the same way that I've explained the working mechanism. Hope you got the clarity on this concept. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and press bell icon for the latest updates. And if you have any doubts regarding this concept, please post your doubt in the comment section below. And if you feel that this video is helpful to you, please give us a like symbol and please share this video with your friends so that they will also get benefited. Thanks for watching.